when you drive into the school, you just see the building and the grand red colour of the bricks. It just stands out. But the amazing thing is you can't see it until you get to the driveway, which is astonishing, seeing as this is such a huge school.
I think that Duke Kent pupils are unique because they are allowed to be who they want to be. They are not restricted, they are not part of a group, they are individuals, and that's what makes it so exciting for me, because there's not one student that is the same here, because they're allowed to be themselves and express themselves how they want to.
The best thing about the school, I would probably say, would be the variety of facilities you have, both academic and non-academic. The facilities are vast. There's almost everything you could think of to do with education within the school.
Teachers get to know the pupils really well because apart from teaching their own particular subjects, all members of staff stay in the evenings to do activities with the pupils. And a lot of these are things that the staff themselves are enthusiastic about but may have absolutely nothing to do with their teaching day.
I think we're being prepared really well for A-levels because as well as having our GCSE work being done, the teachers, because of how we have long days, it means that teachers are allowed to incorporate more sort of hidden meaning behind certain subjects.
When I'm at university, I'm obviously going to do biology, chemistry, all the sciences. I enjoy them because in biology you get to learn about the human body, chemistry you get to mix chemicals together, and physics is fun because it's common sense. So if I wanted to become a doctor, I need to do those three.
I chose PE, which is great. I really enjoy it. I chose art, which is my favourite, I have to say. It's definitely my favourite subject. And I also chose Spanish, high Spanish.
Well, we have a lesson in DT, Design Technology, and the school's recently bought a laser cutter so we can cut things very accurately.
Yeah, I'm very into maths and science, that sort of side of education, and that's one of the reasons why I've had a look at Cambridge, because it's so famous for its mathematics side and science side.
I've been here for about 8 years now, and I really enjoy the fact that we're all really close and we all talk about everything and no one's mean to each other.
I've been here at this school since I was 7, so from that younger age, having small classes has been really good and given me a great start.
We definitely have great access for teachers because there's so few pupils to each teacher, and you won't be sitting there for more than 10 seconds with your hand up before a teacher's come over and is interested in what you have to say.
For GCSE, you could choose to do an EPQ, which is obviously an extended project. I may do something for medicine because I'm interested in that, and obviously wanting to become a doctor, that could be beneficial, so I can learn a bit more about medicine.
The year 7s, 8s and sometimes 9s get to go and read to the little ones, where we have half an hour with them and we have 2 pre-preps. They read 5 or 6 pages to us, then we read a story back to them.
Well, I enjoy the age range because I can have friends from really small ages to older ages, and then we get advice from older people about exams and things that have happened, and we can give advice to the younger people as well.
Yes, obviously the school does have a wide variety of age ranges. So obviously you've got to act, more maturely around them to become a role model in a way.
I sing, and out of school I teach myself guitar, but in school I have singing lessons.
My teacher, quite annoyingly, plays every instrument that you can.
The music at the school's brilliant. It's a brilliant department to be involved with. We have several choirs. People can have lessons, whether it's cello to guitar or singing to trumpet.
I've got a music scholarship in this school. I got a music scholarship for playing the trumpet, but I've recently found out that I'm actually quite good at singing as well. I was in the Jungle Book as an elephant. That was great fun.
We do a lot of art, and I think the funniest thing that's happened is probably when my stalagmite fell down when we were making clay stalagmites.
In art, there's so many things you can do, which is great. You can do
like clay, and then you can do painting, and there's so many resources in the art room. And
I'm not too good at swimming myself. There are quite a few boys in our class who are very skilled at swimming, and so they're very good. And we have some other people who are mediumly good, and there are some people who really aren't too good, but they'll learn.
I remember last time we had to swim, we had half an hour of just playing, basically. You had to dive for things and did pencil jumps and diving and off the boards. And
we have 3 games lessons a week and 1 PE lesson a week. And my favourite game sport is probably rounders.
Oh yes, in the autumn we play football, and we do a little bit of rugby at the end of that. So the next season is the rugby season, mainly in the winter and a bit of the spring. And then in between, we did a little bit of hockey. We learned a bit about that. And then this time we're doing cricket. I like batting and just clipping the edge and making it go for 4.
Yeah, well, we've got 4 houses, Chichester, Armstrong, Hillary and Whittle. All the ranges of academic, music and sport all contribute to the house cup at the end of the term, which is delivered to the house captain. And with academic, you've got the general knowledge quiz, which everyone does a paper in the term before it, and then somebody from each year, from each house, is put in, and the school watches you do a general knowledge quiz.
My favourite subject is English because you can write about absolutely anything. I love descriptive pieces of writing because you can talk for hours and hours and hours without having anything to stop.
My favourite lessons of maths. Well, it's really fun because I like doing my mental maths.
I think when I know there's a trip on, I think I'm best. I like that. I think that's probably one of my favourite things.
Probably junior jungle, because there's lots of trees that we can climb and we can make bases. And we find water, and we've got this little pond called the swamp, and we collect water from there. And we do cooking, the girls do cooking.
I did a project on Hands for Hope charity in Uganda, which the school are now quite involved in.
Yes, the Duke of Edinburgh has given us lots of opportunities as individuals and help us to get more dependent as we grow up.
All the teachers are always striving for you to go one better than you think you can do. If you wanted to do high jump, for instance, rather than going, oh, my best is 1 metre 15, they'll go, oh, try 1 metre 20, you'll make it. And they'll keep pushing you and pushing you and pushing you. And then eventually you'll make it, and you'll just feel so good that you want to be pushed even further and further and further. And eventually you'll be pushed so far that you'll be able to do almost anything.
In my future, I believe this school has equipped me with the independence I need to go on. Obviously, I'm going off to Godwin College, so I need that independence to be able to say to myself, right, put aside the partying, let's go home and study, get these A-levels done, so I can move on in my life.
When I grew up, I think I'd like to be a businessman, like the owner of a major company.
It's interesting how much what I've wanted to do has changed since I first started thinking about it, because when I was younger I had this sort of classic dream job, the millionaire rolling down the street sort of approach, but now it's more I want to do something that has an impact in the world, that changes the way other people live.
Well, I came here originally in 1983 just for the year. I thought I'll just stay here for the year until I decide what I really want to do, and found that this is what I really wanted to do, and being here has been a wonderful experience.
Everything has been very fun in the few months and years and days and weeks.
All my 7 years have been amazing. They've the happiest time of my life, really. Incredible.